Welcome to another episode of Are You Dust? I'm AA Ron.
I'm Mr. Shroom.
And we're proud to be back with you. And we got a special guest, dude. Would you like to do us the introduction?
This is your time to speak.
I thought you were going to do the introduction.
Jesus Christ. Everybody, this is Shroom's Rife Remmi. Everybody, welcome Remmi to the show.
Thank you.
Now, if all you're going to do is sit in the back seat and giggle, this is going to be a very short episode, and your ass is going to be blacklisted.
Okay, well, you didn't get the memo that you were supposed to introduce me, but that's cool.
This is 2025. Women now have equal rights. I mean, for Christ's sakes, you're even competing in men's sports now. So, if you can't introduce yourself, I don't know what the fuck to tell you.
That's true. Fair point.
So, dude, how you been since we last spoke?
My God, it has been a week and a half.
I'm telling you.
I've been in and out in the woods. I've been seeing dick and clit pics right and left.
Dude, any big ones, any little ones?
There's been no little dicks and no small clits, let me tell you.
Just meaty.
Just meaty on both sides. And I don't know what you want me to do with this. Like, people, you know you're not going to win. So, unless you're the biggest or the smallest, stop sending them to me.
Exactly. You got a year, though. So hopefully we'll find that one.
To reiterate, $100 on the line. If you have the smallest dick and can prove it, email us at areyoudust@gmail.com, or the world's biggest clit, email us at areyoudust@gmail.com. There's $100 on the line for both of them. And if the world's biggest clit can beat the world's smallest dick in terms of length, that's another $100.
Absolutely.
I mean, all you got to do is take some very fucking exposing pictures of yourself. It's not that fucking hard.
With proof.
No
Google pics. You can't just grab one off the Google.
We want your
call it a day.
We want your driver's license beside the clit.
Yes, and you said the 3 numbers off the back of their social.
Yeah.
Or no, their credit card. Sorry.
Your social is also welcome, just
Absolutely.
to help reiterate who you actually are.
Yeah.
Not necessary, but helpful.
And then what do we do? Narrow it down to the final 3, and then we'll go meet up with them at a park.
At a park, yes. After hours.
Yes.
I'm going to bring my uncle. He's
like
an old
soccer field.
Yes. And, fuck it. We'll put it out there. We'll let the people vote on this shit.
That would be radical. We could do stuff like that when we get the Patreon going.
I mean, we could. Subscribe for more if you want to see small dicks or big clits.
Exactly.
It's only going to cost you, we'll pay you $0.25 a month to join the Patreon. But first, this episode is brought to you by...
Absolutely no one still. Are you stunned as I am about
Motherfucker.
We gotta get somebody.
Our reach is so far reaching. I mean, I think we reached somebody about 1.5 miles away, and you people don't want to fucking sponsor us?
Dude, if you know your uncle, which some of you do.
Doesn't matter if he touched you.
Exactly. Or you're a grandfather and they own like a Ace Hardware but not. Kind of like a Napa but not.
Yes.
Then they could
agree more.
Then they could sponsor us,
I mean, literally, people. This is free advertisement we're talking about.
Yeah, straight up. If you have a gaming channel that's got some thousands.
Some thousands?
Yeah. Then we'll totally do that too.
Bro, I mean, if you just want to give me some gold in Clash of Clans. Well, hold on. I'm going to do a side plug here during our advertisement. Rectum spreaders, Clash of Clans. You're welcome to join. We spread the rectums of all of our opponents.
Beautiful. What are your thoughts about scrotum spread?
That would not. there are none.
That's a Chubbly special right there.
Yeah, Chubbly episode coming soon.
Oh,
He's going to talk to you all about scrotums and spreading of the scrotums.
Yes. So coming soon.
Coming soon to a theater near you, Mr. Chubbly.
Exactly.
So we thought we'd kick this episode off by telling some stories, and we're gentlemen, so we're gonna have the woman speak first.
Outstanding.
So Remmi, if you want to get on in here, if you want to get on in here, you're way too far back. Technical fucking difficulties.
I'm here. So once upon a time, we found ourselves...
Time out. This ain't a fairy tale. Okay, this ain't once upon a time. This is
Okay.
so when.
So we found ourselves in Bisco.
My goodness.
And we were visiting Shroom's grandma, and it was a pretty good drive from where we were at.
Your grandmother lives in Bisque?
She lived in a nursing home about 10 minutes past Bisco.
That's radical.
Yeah. So
How convenient.
Yeah.
on our way back, I think it was on our way back, we stopped at this gas station. It was a little rundown gas station. We got gas, and he decided to walk in and came out with this, I'm guess we're calling it Magic Man. It was something else. I think it was called something else.
DMT?
The sauce.
Yeah, we
okay.
call it the cracked sauce, but I think it was just DMT in a cart.
Yeah.
But it's legal. You can buy it at the vape shop.
Yeah, when I started, it was called Black Magic. Then it turned into Magic Man, and that's where.
Okay. Yeah. So at the time, he had gotten it. He smoked it, and I decided I don't have a big history on drug use, but ever since I met him.
Okay, fuck you.
Mr. Shroom.
Time the fuck out here.
Your name is called Mr. Shrooms, okay?
I'm 35 years old. I'm a virgin. I've never done a drug.
Totally. So I decided to try it because, I guess peer pressure. Why not? Let's try it.
You're here.
And when I hit this stuff, I went to a new level of I don't even remember how when I hit this, like when I came back after I hit it, like I hit it and I blacked out when I hit it. I remember when we were in my mom's apartment and we were chilling on my bed and I hit it. And I remember coming out of it, standing up, giggling, laughing hysterically. I just remember this so vividly. I was standing up, laughing, giggling like I never had before. And I come out of it and I'm just like, what the fuck just happened? And I laid down and we never really spoke about it. It was just like, I hit it and then it was done. When we kept hitting it, it was like, is this shit legal? We bought this from a from a small gas station in Bisco. I don't understand why this was legal. But I just remember just thinking we should probably stop doing this. But yeah, it was just the weirdest thing that I'd ever hit in my life. But I don't have that much experience with it, but it was just 0 to 60, just completely just off the wall shit
I remember walking into it's not a gas station, by the way, Remmi, it was a vape store.
It was a gas station.
Okay.
We got gas there and then we walked in.
That's your last White Claw for the night.
I promise you.
B, so I walk in and the Magic Man's hanging on the wall like it's a new PlayStation 2 game.
Right. In that beautiful packaging.
Yeah, literally you got to get a fucking pocket knife to cut the shit out.
Yes.
And I'm like, "Hey man, I've had this before." I was like, "How is this illegal?" And the Arab's like, We've had many tests done, buddy. I can show you the paperwork." And I was like, "Nah, I trust you." Not that I gave a shit. I'm just
right.
Asking the question that is on everybody's fucking mind that buys this shit, that's done it.
Oh man,
how is this legal? AKA, it fucking wasn't. It fucking wasn't. That's the shit that got the place shut down.
Dude, I was addicted to that stuff for 2 years straight. I mean, seriously, hopelessly addicted. What happened to you? Was that before the beach trip when we all went together?
Yes.
It was before that?
Yeah.
So I had brought it back into your life. Did anybody else try it that night?
So I'll tell you, we've referenced old Chub Lee this episode.
Yes.
So we were at a mutual friend's house one night, and old Chub Lee had a fucking vial of it.
Yeah.
And he's like, try this. And he wasn't bullshitting. He's like, it's pretty trippy, XYZ. Like, he wasn't trying to tell me it was like weed or something, you know?
Right.
He did his very best to explain, like, this is gonna fuck you up.
Right.
And, like, I'm like, so I fucking, you know, I hit it, and we're like out on this fucking balcony, and like in seconds, it's like it turns like,
man.
What the fuck is this? What the fuck did I do?
Yeah.
Why the fuck did I do this? Why the fuck do I want this? What the fuck? And I'm like, I gotta go lay down. But like it just ended up with like me and Chub Lee talking over the side of like a banister. And, like, he's, like, talking me down as we're watching, like, traffic go by. Because I am just so fucking obliterated out of my mind. And it's like, dude, I've eaten shrooms plenty of times. I've done acid. Yeah, you know, whatever. And it's like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah.
What the fuck is this shit?
Dude,
And
what's crazy, though, is, like, sorry to cut you off.
No, please.
But, dude, that's where I started. Like, I did acid and shrooms after this whole thing. And they honestly, like, I was like, holy fuck, because that was such a trip.
You're a crazy fucking man. You are a crazy... Who the fuck starts with some shit like that?
Dude, I don't know. It just came about, like, but, dude, we freaking, he had this stuff called Easy Liquid, and it was like, you would mix it with your vape juice, and you remember them big box mod vapes.
Oh, good God, yeah.
Dude, so you'd put your little vanilla in there, whatever you had. Then you would just drop this stuff in there, 1, 2, 3... And then all of a sudden we knew it was getting bad when we were not putting vape juice in it anymore. We were just loading it up with the stuff. We start smoking this stuff and it's going crazy. All of a sudden this chick tells us, hey man, you go to Bisco, they got these files of stuff, send you to places. And I was like, holy F. So we go up there, dude, we drive down. That's a long drive. From our house, that was about 50 minutes. From Albemarle, it's about, 35.
It was like an hour drive from where we're currently located. Yeah.
Absolutely. Dude, and we would drive down there and he would not be open. We were like, what the F? And we'd drive all the way back. We did that 3 times. And then we finally caught it open one day. And he was like, hey,
yo, buddy.
Yeah.
I got that magic mind.
Dude, he was like, this is black magic. And this is white rhino. But they looked exactly the same. So when I got him in the car, I was like, well, which one was what now? And this was before you had packaging. He just laid the vial on you. And I was like, dude, word? So I'm sitting there by myself this time. And I freaking hit it. And, dude, I have the actual snap. We can actually put some of these in if you want.
I think we should.
Dude, I got hours worth of Magic Man talk. And it is just obnoxious.
We're going to cut it right here and tune into some of those videos.
Right on.
Flashback.
Oh, I just ran through. Just damn! Dude, I was making a call a minute ago. And I accidentally clicked Scott's name. That was a while ago when I got home. And he just called me and said, hey, I just saw where I missed your call. I'm fact. And I was like, my bad, I didn't mean to. and then just hung up. Black magic has ruined my fucking life. Dude, you want to choke a little bit? You want to? Hell yeah. Let me see what I got left in mine. Dude, I just pulled over, got myself a yoo-hoo in front of all these old people walking their dogs at this rest stop, and I'm just baking my life away. It's freaking great, man. I'm roasted, and I'm getting paid for it. Man, are you dusted? Yeah.
You stand back from the past and you go forward. You end up in the Atlantic Mountain and you end up freezing.
End of flashback.
Mr. Aaron, Jesus Christ. What in the actual fuck did I just watch?
Dude, I used to bark at people. So, dude, I was working at this place once.
I didn't know you defend mailboxes.
Dude, I worked at this place with actually Chub Lee and his brother. And when I would drive stuff to Tennessee and drop it off. So I would crack myself on that sauce the whole ride, just going nuts. This is also why I got fired. But I have this log, and it would show how long it took each driver to drive to Tennessee. It would be like 6 hours for John, and it would be like 5.5 hours for Jim, and then all of a sudden Ron comes on 16 hours. And dude, I would pull over at every rest stop along the way, crack myself out, pass out, dude, completely KO, and then wake up like, oh my god, I got to get back 4 missed calls from Scott. Like, oh, that was my supervisor. I'm like, holy fuck. I called him back. I'm like, yo. And then you just got to make up some nonsense. Dude, this traffic jam's crazy. He pulled a knife out. It was unreal. But anyway, I would get back, and this is horrible. But dude, we would me and Chub Lee and my brother Tina, dude, we got this whole family cracked out. And not to get into specifics, but
Get into specifics.
I can't give his name because that's rude. But man, we got grandmama, we got grandpapa. Dude, this is helping all their aches and pains. Okay? Dude, they're cracking themselves out. We would go there every day. Dude, he would show up from work, dude, through the week, and we would be out there cracking it with his wife and all of their mother. And dude, we're out there. She takes a leak on herself, man. I got audio of this too. And dude, she leaks herself. The husband pulls up, dude, and he's like, what y'all doing? And we're like, oh, nothing, man, just cracking out, or whatever we said. We're on the sauce, and dude, he hits it. He's like, well, let me check that out. And man, we did that for like a year straight. I'll play some clips of that too if that's okay. I don't know if that's okay.
Jesus Christ, hit the clip.
Flashback.
Dude, she's dust. Chub, what is she, dude? Fuck.
Your mom just ripped that for
15 seconds. Dude, she just bong ripped it.
I know.
Like from the 8 foot.
Somebody else is lighting it.
Yeah, somebody else is lighting it.
She's just short. Yeah, you did. No.
She just threw her purse across the yard, folks.
Yeah, okay.
You guys, she has not stopped talking.
I know, I've been
Like
listening.
30 minutes.
Oh my god! Listen to that. Do you hear that turbo's pulling up, son? We're pushing about 30 pounds of moonshine.
She already peed.
Oh, don't.
Y'all gonna make her, you can make her laugh.
We're not,
We didn't do nothing.
Nobody said if they start laughing. My pants will snap.
What?
What are you talking about? She peed in her pants.
Oh,
Man,
no.
we have guests here. Come on now.
Oh, no.
Dude, you making hot chocolate?
Hot chocolate.
What are you cooking up over there?
Fuck you open
No,
this.
do it.
Goody powder.
Oh, dude, those things are brutal.
What is her problem?
Oh, she got Clyde.
She said I pissed everywhere.
I know, I heard it.
Mom!
Not again.
End of flashback.
We got to get some of them on there to
What
talk about it.
did I just hear? I feel like that's one of those stories I think I would have died with.
Dude, it was a time to be alive.
Jesus fucking Christ.
And dude, but what's so insane?
What? What? No. Rephrase that statement.
Dude, we're getting a phone call right now, but we're live, so we can't answer it.
Oh, we can't answer this?
I wish we could and freaking film it, but
Can we not do
dude,
that?
yeah, hit it on yours.
Yes, hold on.
You're live right here on the Are You Dust podcast. You called in at the right moment. What are you doing?
Can I pull up?
Can he pull up?
Who's this?
Dude, this is one of those guys from all these stories we've been talking about.
What's your social security number and debit card number?
555-777-342.
Are you about to come over here and raise hell?
And praise Dale.
Yeah, he can come over.
Right on. Dude, I'll send you the address. All right. Dude, so we're getting the and his whole family fucked. And then that was just a good time in life. I mean, when we get Chubb on the show and Tina, they'll be able to tell you like their stories.
Here's going to be our first fucking serious topic, folks. Is what college does to young people. What 4-year fucking college does to young people. Now, are we ready for the 4-year fucking college discussion right now? No, because we're about to tell a couple more stories. But Jesus fucking Christ.
But it's a brilliant point, dude. I've watched people go and become so brainwashed and come back. Some didn't. Like, you know, Big Rick.
Big Rick.
Yeah, he's awesome. He came back perfectly level-headed, same guys when he went in. But I don't know what it is. I don't know what they're doing there to even make...
Like, what's going on in there?
I'm telling you.
More on this later. We're gonna fucking
crazy.
get it. That's too fucking heavy.
Yeah,
but we are gonna discuss this shit.
I need to be straight edge for that one.
And I need to be way more fucking drunk for that.
Right on.
So I've got a quick little story. Where's Remmi at? Remmi's sitting in the back seat where women should be. Anyway, so you know, do you know what a spark is?
A spark?
A spark. It's like the precursor to the Four Loko.
Oh, yeah. No, I do not. But we were speaking about it earlier.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, it's what came before the Four Loko, right? You know, you got like, I don't know, malt liquor, you got flavor, and you got like some caffeine, okay? It's literally like what came before Four Loko. Anyway, I try one at a party. The shit's fucking beautiful. I'm like, you know, I didn't like beer at this point, so I'm like, this spark, this is going to take me to the next level. Okay, so I go over to my buddy's house. Twerk, you know, welcome back, Twerk from episode 1. And, you know, like, Twerk's got a connection that gets us a hold of some sparks, and he drinks beer already. What a fucking man. And, you know, so he's drinking beer, I'm drinking sparks, and, like, our whole game plan for the evening is to, like, we're going to sit in his basement and drink and play Madden, which, you know, that sounds like every fucking 16-year-old's wet dream, right? Like, my dick's getting hard thinking about it, and I'm way past that point. And, anyway, so, like, any good, you know, inexperienced motherfucker, I, like, immediately drink a spark, chug the second in like 10 more minutes, and like I'm halfway through my third, and this is in the span of about 45 minutes, and I'm like, shit, I think I'm gonna be sick. And you know, my buddy Twerk and I are playing Madden, and I'm like, hey man, I've got to go pee. You know, judging from my last episode, you know, I'm just going out for a quick minute. So I go upstairs because we're in the basement, and like I open the bathroom door, and like that's when the puke fucking hits me, right? And these sparks are like, it's like, I don't know what flavor it is, like black cherry, strawberry, it's some kind of red 40 fucking horse shit.
Sure.
Okay, I remember opening the door and barely getting my knees down in front of the fucking toilet, and like I just lose it. I fucking puke in the toilet, puke. Get done, I look up. There is fucking puke all over this man's walls. And when I say this man's walls, we're obviously at his parents' house. There's puke all over the fucking toilet. There's puke all over the side of the wall. And I'm like, damn it. All right, well, there's one thing to do, and that's clean it up. You know, you got to be a responsible fucking whatever. So, like, I grabbed the 2 towels that are hanging there for people to take showers with. And this is like a guest bathroom. Nobody takes fucking showers in there. These towels have probably been hanging up since 1996. So, like, I grabbed these towels off that are, like, stiff as shit. And, like, I'm, like, starting to, like, wipe the puke, clean off the toilet. You know, I'm using, like, every roll of fucking toilet paper there is to try and clean off the toilet with, because I can flush it. And, like, you know, apparently after about 45 minutes, my buddy Twerk comes up there, and he opens the door, and he says, Shroom, what are you doing? And I said, hey, bud, I threw up, but it's okay. I'm cleaning it up. And he's like, hey, man, go to bed. And I was like, what? And I was like, I'm cleaning it up. I'm good. I'm going to go back downstairs in a second. Whatever. And he's like, you've been gone 45 minutes. Go to bed. you need to go to bed. And I'm like, fine, motherfucker, if you insist. Because I've been over cleaning for like 44 of those 45 minutes. And the next day we wake up and he's like, Shroom, I don't know how you did it. He's like, it's like you went in the bathroom and did a 360. He's like, there was throw up on every single wall in the bathroom. Whoa. There was throw up all over the toilet. He's like, there was even throw up on the fucking ceiling. He's like, I don't know how you did that unless you tried. And I said, dude, all I remembered was opening the door and kneeling down in front of the toilet. I don't know how the rest happened.
Son, was this Chubb's brothers?
This was Chubbly's brother Twerk.
Oh,
yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. And like, so I'm like, I'm sorry, man. My bad. And he's like, it's all right. Twerk's, you know, he's a piece of shit, but like, whatever. So, you know, the next day, like, we're all going to McDonald's for lunch. Like, his mom's taking us, his little brother. Have we referenced his little brother? Yeah. Chubb Lee. Yeah, we just talked about it. Yeah. I've not been drinking, for the record. And
we don't do that here.
We're going through the drive-thru line, and like we literally get in the line. Thank God there's like a car in front of us, and because I'm like, I've got to throw up. And his mom's pretty cool. I think she kind of got it.
Yeah, Sadie.
Yeah, Sadie. And I'm like, I got to go inside and fucking puke. And they're all like, huh, huh, huh. So like, I go in McDonald's and like I go in the bathroom. And literally, all I can do is open the handicap stall door. I'm not drunk at this moment. I'm just hungover. I'm coherent. I open the fucking handicap stall door, and I just vomit clear liquid all over the fucking stall, toilet, fucking rails, everything.
Son.
Like, the toilet paper's like dripping my fucking stomach acid. And I take a look, and it's like, there's no hope of salvaging this shit. So I shut the fucking door, walk back out, and order my McDonald's.
Oh, man. How did the McDonald's hit after such a horrifying experience?
Pretty fucking fire. Like, that Sprite was, like, extra crispy. I think my McDouble was like, thank God you're actually putting some kind of food in your body, even if this is straight plastic. And it's like, this is great. I'm so sorry to whoever went in that stall after me.
Dude, can I give you a quick one that's just absolutely ridiculous?
I wish you would.
So, back in the day, we would party at our bud Matty P's house, his parents' house. They would go out of town. We'd have a rager. So, dude, we go there. You remember the old eagle's nest in that oak barrow?
I seem to recall.
So this place has been closed down a couple of years now. But man, this was a 24-hour restaurant. And
yes,
dude,
yes.
We would get ruined. Find some bat raster to drive us there. And they would take us. We would get there. Dude, I'm absolutely drunk as fuck. And I would go there and get the Philly cheese with a fry. It was awesome. And man, I walked into this old school bathroom. You know those ones like Whataburger or something, not the one in up the street. Yeah, I'm talking about them old school ones where that door just, it might not lock, you know, just crusty doors. And I go in there, dude, I lunch everywhere. I didn't even make it to the John. I made it to the sink. So I fill up this sink, dude. It's all the way up to the tip at the top. And I am just like, oh no, because I don't know what to do. It's not going to go down. I said, we got to go, fellas. We got to roll. we got to get going. I come back the next night, man, and one of the dudes I knew who worked there, and he walked over and said, man, you know that, his name was Michael. He said, hey, man, he was this red-haired guy. He was like, hey, you know your bud Michael? I said, yeah. He said, last night, that piece of shit came in here and threw up all over my sink. He said, we had to close down. I called the manager. I said, I'm not doing that. She said, you are doing that. And I was like, so I had to put on big gloves and scoop it out. Dude, horrible. I'm sorry, folks, but that's the truth. That was horrible. Dude said it was everywhere, and he was just giving gruesome details into it. But anyway, that's what I thought about with good puking stories.
I have a puking story.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, which one?
Okay. Well, this is like, you know, gosh.
A couple days ago?
No. Different one. So our friends were getting married. So I went to a bachelorette party. And the other friends at the time, they were hosting it at their apartment. We were going to spend the night there, but we went out on the town, and we had plans to go to dinner and you know, just gallivant in the downtown area. So we went out to eat. We sat at this was kind of like a fancy restaurant. Like, it was okay. It was just, you know, just not my cup of tea. I ordered what I ordered, and everyone was getting mixed. Well, a lot of people were getting mixed drinks. So, in my opinion, bad way to start. I got a mixed drink too. So, like, I started on the wrong foot from the time we got there. There's this other girl who just straight up stayed with beer, which is probably what I should have done. But when I'm out gallivanting, I'll normally just get like the most fruity drink that is on the menu because it sounds good.
Time out.
Yes.
This is 2025. It's not 1800. You don't have to use the word gallivanting. you're not on a horse riding somewhere.
Okay. Anyway, so I would always, like, I never paid attention to what liquor I was putting in my body. It was just whatever sounded good. So I started out on the wrong foot with a couple of, like, really, like, sweetening, sickening drinks. I never had a beer that night. So we went out to dinner. And side note, I never smoked a cigarette in my entire life. And something about going out on a bachelorette trip out in like downtown area just made me want to smoke for some reason.
Come on.
And me and this other girl, like, who I think had like smoked before, we bummed a cigarette off like some random person on the side of the road, and we shared the cigarette and smoked the whole thing. Anyway, that was a side note. But so once again, bad foot. I'd had all these mixed drinks. We went to a Wet Willie's. That was our last stop of the night. And Wet Willie's, like, you know, they have all of like the frozen drinks that are really sweet too. So I had drank a bunch of that. We were all just like shit-faced drunk, just stumbling. We're waiting for the Uber.
Bitches.
Yeah. We clearly had all had way too much to drink. We were ready to go home. And this like, I think it's like this sweet little Arabian dude. I don't know. Like,
Arabian.
He picked us up in this van because I swear there was like 10 of us, which I'm sure was his worst nightmare, but he was very nice. And I'm sitting in the like probably third to back row, and I don't get motion sickness, like, so I didn't care where I sat. But at this time, like, we were all, of course, wearing black, like the traditional bachelorette people were. Mm-hmm. And I was wearing an undershirt and this black flowy top. So we're sitting there, going back to the apartment to end the night. And I start feeling just fucking sick. My stomach is turning, and I've said this before, but I don't throw up lightly. My whole body feels like it's extracting a demon. It's loud and obnoxious. I cannot help myself.
I feel that.
Yeah, it is so bad. Amateur. So I'm sitting there fighting, and I have no idea how long we have left because I'm swaying. I'm dizzy at this point, and I sit there and I'm like, I'm gonna fucking throw up. And if anybody knows about like how Ubers work, if you throw up in the Uber, you get charged extra. Oh, sure. And I'm like, I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be, number one, the person who throws up because I can't handle my alcohol. And two, like, I don't want to charge, or I get a charge put on, whoever was paying for it at the moment. It's embarrassing. I didn't want to be that girl. So I'm sitting there. I'm like, I'm going to throw up. So I start, it's coming. It's coming. There's no, like, I can't help myself. I can't, like, stop it. So I feel that it's coming up my throat into my mouth. I try to swallow half of it. Oh, no. I am fighting for my fucking life.
It sounds like a porno story.
Getting to the apartment. So I have this bright idea that I'm going to take my shirt, my overshirt, and pull it up to my mouth. And I just start throwing up all in my shirt. Like, I am like holding it like a bag. I'm like fighting for my life still, and I'm throwing up. They all notice I'm throwing up, but I'm not getting any drop of this throw up in this fucking car.
Still, yeah.
So I threw up in my shirt. They realize it. He pulls over on the side of some random highway in the town.
Get out.
Yes. and then, so he stops and like, I'm trying to get out. All I do is like rip the shirt off of me. I have my undershirt on and I throw it across the highway. Like, and that shirt, like, I loved that shirt so much, but it's probably still
It's
on
in
the
hell
side of
now.
Yeah, it's like
burning.
Poor shirt. There was no recovering that. I was getting rid of it. So it was not my finest moment whatsoever. I was embarrassed, but you know, we didn't get a fucking charge on that Uber.
And if you want to see some puked on titties, email us at rudust@gmail.com. $100. We'll send you the pictures.
That sounds like a success, though.
It was. I was honestly really proud of myself because I was
excellent.
like, it just felt like a really good moment to be like, I'm going to throw up, but it's not going to be in this fucking car if I can help it.
I have threw up in a lot of people's cars, and dude, this one time mainly was right after high school. I was at freaking Dingo's house, dude, and I threw up all over his truck and on his concrete. The next morning, his father woke me up and said, "I'm going to need you to clean my driveway." I said, "Absolutely. What happened?" He said, "You lunched all over it." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, you got it."
Pretty clear cut. Clear cut. You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah,
Like,
he was cool.
Yeah,
Love Big Russ.
He's been there.
Yeah, that's what he said, too. He was like, "Hey, man, we've all been there." I was like,
clear
"I
it
appreciate it.
That's
Just
a
don't."
nice man.
Yeah, he was awesome.
I'm going to tell you a Remmi puking story right here because apparently this is like the fucking puke episode.
Dude, I'm gonna smoke.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be yelling through the window.
Dude, smoke and yell through the fucking window. Why is he getting his dick out? Hold on a second.
Sorry about that.
Okay. No, seriously, why is it out? Okay, so Remmi.
I was seeing if I was good for that content.
I might owe AA Ron $100 right here, and
that'd be cool.
I can't tell if it's for the dick or the clit.
Yeah.
So, this past Christmas, right? Remmi gets it in her head. She Christmas, motherfucker. Like, you gotta go to everybody's fucking family.
Oh my goodness.
You gotta do this, you gotta do that. You gotta fucking bend over backwards and spread your ass cheeks. Like, whatever.
With a smile.
With a fucking smile.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not acceptable if you're not smiling while you're getting fucked in the ass. Maybe it was Christmas Day. No, it was like a week before Christmas. Doesn't matter. We host Remmi's family, right? Yep. So, Remmi gets it in her head, we're also having barbecue that day. She wants to also have PJ. And she looks up a recipe, because, if you've heard anything, you just heard Remmi's first story. She never drank, ever, heavily, anywhere. She looked up a recipe for PJ, for Christ's sakes. If that fucking tells you anything right there. And she's like, Shroom, I'm going to need you to go to the fucking liquor store and get some Everclear. And I said, you don't want to do that. How about I go get some vodka, and that's gonna that's gonna do the trick for our Christmas lunch that we're about to host for your family. The recipe calls for Everclear. Yes, ma'am. I'm on it. I'm going to get you Everclear. I go to the store, I get Everclear, I come home, we have the party. She makes the punch, and she's got Everclear on the side. And she makes her first drink, drinks some, and it fucking tastes like, rubbing alcohol. And
Straight up.
She's like, oh my God, it's so strong, Jesus Christ. And it's like, no fucking shit. Okay, that's not the funny part of the story. that, but the fucking, family event, that was great. Our family came over. We ate barbecue from like a really good local restaurant. The PJ, I don't even want to call it PJ because it's like, it wasn't the environment for PJ. It was like fuck you.
It was Christmas punch.
Yeah, Christmas punch you in the motherfucking nutsack.
Son.
And whatever. But it was a really good time. That was a fun time. So that night we go to sleep, and Remmi back there, she wasn't drunk by any means. She had a couple drinks, maybe a couple more than a couple, and had a good time. I wake up, I think, what was it, 1 a.m? Doesn't matter. Middle of the fucking night, when you should be asleep. And, like, I'm a super light sleeper, but this, her feet hit the ground so heavy, I'm pretty sure our neighbors woke up.
Whoa.
Okay, so, I'm jolted awake by Remmi busting out of the motherfucking bed. And just for the record, we sleep naked. Just so, you can get some context in your head.
Come on.
And, she busts out of bed. And, I'm immediately up. I look over. And, my eyes are already adjusted to the dark because I'm fucking part chameleon. And, I see her start, running, fucking, sprinting as fast as she can, out of sleep into awakeness towards the fucking bathroom. And I see her cup her hands, and I'm like, Jesus Christ. She's not a fucking party animal. She's not been through this before. This is probably the first time she had ever had Everclear. God almighty, help us. Just be quiet back there. Just fucking be quiet. Second time.
I've had Everclear with wine punch, and it was fucking...
She's had Everclear with wine punch. If that tells you fucking everything you need to know about exactly what the fuck I'm saying. Jesus fucking Christ. You're not helping your case back there. So anyway, I see Remmi fucking cup her hands, right? And, immediately it's like, oh no. Oh no. Just stay still. Just stay still. Stop running. Stop running. Stand fucking still. Just stay there. Keeps running towards the bathroom. Remmi is not a quiet puker. Remmi, there's no grace in the art of puking. I could puke into this fucking microphone and you'd never know I'd done it. Remmi is the opposite. It's like an exorcism. All right.
I'm the same way.
Remmi starts fucking puking, right? All over our hallway, the carpet, the fucking walls. These walls are like these painted white fucking planks with gaps in the middle. And then she stops because she's puked all over her hands. And then she fucking keeps going and starts throwing up more with just her hands not there to block her. Okay, she busts open the bathroom door and goes and fucking, whatever she had for second grade lunch is now exiting. Not into the toilet, because Jesus Christ, that would be too fucking easy. It's on the sides of the toilet.
By the time I got to the toilet, there was nothing left for me to throw up in the toilet. It was just empty.
Does anybody want to give an impression of what that sounded like?
Go ahead, Remmi. What did it sound like? What the fuck this is what the fuck it sounded like. Shroom, come clean this up. Shroom, come clean this up. Whoa. Shroom. It's all over the fucking walls. Come clean this up.
I was not. No.
She was crying.
No.
She was crying. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
I went to the bathroom and after I had realized everything that had just happened in the last few seconds, I turned on the lights and I was like, oh my God. I didn't know I was capable of doing that. Absolutely just, I was shocked to my core with all of the places that I had thrown up on. It was the door to the bathroom was covered because I couldn't get the door open.
I was not shocked. She fucking drank PJ. And I warned against it. And she fucking did it anyway. I was not shocked. She comes back to the fucking door frame, resting on the side of the door. And, for Remmi, puking is some, Olympic act. And she's, resting on the door frame, heaving, trying to catch her breath. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I don't feel good. And I'm like, it's all right. It's okay. I'm like, I'm gonna go get some wipes. I just need you to, whatever you just did there in the bathroom, I need you to clean up. And on the way to fucking talk to her, I like I said, night vision, immediately awake. I thought I saw every fucking spot of puke that was on the floor. Nope, stepped in it right away. So I have to wipe my foot off, go downstairs, get fucking Lysol wipes. And my brothers and sisters in Christ out there, when I tell you I was like a fucking, what's those fucking heavy duty machine, like an excavator? I was fucking excavating this roast beef looking substance into a fucking pile in the middle of a floor.
Whoa.
Like, and I'm having to like fucking take my pinky finger and run it through the cracks in the wall to get the fucking bits of meat out. And she's just fucking puked all over our motherfucking wall. All the while, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
I will say, even if, you're, like, pissed off about it now, or just, like,
I'm not pissed off.
No, just the way that you handled it was
I was a good fucking husband.
You were very, very calm. You just came in there like, all right, let's clean it up.
I mean, Jesus Christ, when a kid throws up in their fucking bed, you don't scream at him. You say, it's okay. Let's go take a bath. I'm going to change the sheets. It's going to be all right.
I didn't expect
the fucking point of this is, though, it wasn't a fucking child. It was a 32-year-old woman.
I mean, yeah, that was another way. I was just so impressed by what places I got it in. Even on the shower curtain, which is like, the shower is on the other side of the door when it swings open. I don't know how that happened, but it did. I was super, super shocked and impressed all at once. But yeah, I think the moral of the story is, for me, just to stick to beer is probably,
that's the moral of everybody's story. Stick to fucking beer. Jesus fucking Christ.
There's like another time when I just mix like gin and like, literally every kind of alcohol that you could possibly think of that would be mixed in a drink, and just had them all night long for like New Year's Eve, and it just didn't end up well for me. It never does. I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm not thinking, actually. I just look at the drink and I'm like, that looks good.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that has strawberries in it? Fantastic.
I'll take 6.
Yes.
Well, Remy, we're getting short on time here, so we're gonna segue into our music segment, and Aaron's gonna kick us off. What have you been listening to here this week?
Dude, this week has been a whole lot of Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Bone Thugs,
as well as Wu-Tang, which you are repping tonight.
Have you stepped in a time capsule,
dude? So I feel like I love rock and metal, but I also love all kind of music, but I haven't done I know everything about like the rock and metal from 50s forward, but
a lot of good metal in the 50s.
Oh, I'm telling you, the best, hardcore. But dude, I had never gone deep into I love 80s and 90s rap, like NWA, Ice Cube, Public Enemy, stuff like that. But I had never got into the Bone Thugs or even Wu-Tang outside of the couple hits.
Right.
That everybody shows you in middle school.
Protect your neck.
Yeah. And man, it's killing me. It's so good. And then got here today and was talking to you about it, and you knew some gems that I had never even known.
This motherfucker had never heard The Crossroads.
That's true. And it was awesome. I feel blessed that my ears got to hear it.
And
even if it took ages to do.
I will say this, I can give Mr. A.A. Ron shit for never hearing Crossroads up until now.
Yeah.
But that just means he got to experience it for the first time. And I want to start jacking off thinking about the Crossroads for the first time.
That's pretty crazy. What's that Kanye song you played me as well?
Oh my God, Lift Yourself.
Never heard that one either.
Yeah, dude.
That's crazy.
If you're not whoop-diddy scoop, poop-diddy poop, what are you doing with your life? Yeah, if you've taken nothing away from the past couple episodes, go listen to Lift Yourself by Kanye West and come out a new man or woman. Come out a new man, woman.
Exactly.
Woman, man. It's 2025. You be what you want. I'm just not going to identify your pronouns.
Yeah,
and if
yeah.
you want to know mine are get//money. So
Yeah. Mine's get you /pull. Come on.
So
Amy Hoosum, how about your musical taste?
we got the guest. Yeah, what have you been listening to, Remmi?
I have been listening on repeat, Gone by Shalou. It's like,
I'm gonna have to check that.
yeah, like, they actually were the song that I walked down the aisle to.
Cool.
It's just like an artist that makes you feel so good. And it's just like, it's always like very like poppy and
Yeah.
and they always have like a really good beat.
Yeah.
But you were talking about 80s music, so I have to put the plug in.
Come on.
The Midnight, if you have never listened to The Midnight.
I have a little bit.
Oh my gosh, I freaking love The Midnight. They're probably they're probably my second top artist. The Midnight's just like, it just makes me so happy.
Yeah.
Because it brings me back to, it does sound like 80s music. Like
Hell yeah.
synth, like it just makes me so happy. And so many music that's coming out now, it's just like, what is this shit? Like
Right.
I feel very strongly about that. And if it like just takes me back to like a nicer time.
Yeah.
That like,
I totally feel
yeah,
that.
it just it's free of just like the extra stuff.
Yeah. The new Halsey song, Ego, took me right back to like 03. It is one of the finest choruses. I think that I should try to kill my ego. It's like some old school Avril Lavigne. Way better than that, folks.
I need to listen to that.
It's so good. But also, you're talking about like throwing you back. How underrated. I hope this isn't after y'all's time. I don't know. But like freaking Hannah Montana soundtrack.
Oh my god!
And with that, folks, thank you for listening to the second
No,
episode of
no.
Are You Dust?
No, Hannah Montana. I asked for like the fucking soundtrack.
Yeah.
Like for Christmas one year.
Oh, it's so
that was
good.
the only thing I asked for the entire year.
It's
and
so good.
God, I freaking love it. I will listen to that
amazing.
shit. Like,
Yeah.
like randomly, I'll think about it, and
Yeah.
I have to go back to Spotify and like search it, and I'm like, who am
Oh,
I?
I
It's
just
so
had
good.
to. I just did that recently with I Got Nerve. That's so
Yes.
freaking great. But he could be the best to me.
Yes. Oh my
Just
god.
Everything about that just rips. Every dude gets so just like that.
Yeah.
They leave every time.
Like,
But I love it. I think it's brilliant, and the songs are as good now as they were then.
yeah.
They weren't just some joke. They were actually very good. Did you ever get into Big Time Rush?
I didn't. I know a lot of people that got into that though.
They have good songs that are still great. I
Yeah,
was like,
yeah.
man, how awesome. Most of that stuff's not that great, but there's some High School Musical songs that are still good.
Yeah, yeah. I was obsessed with High School Musical when it first came out too.
Yeah. And the second one, what's that song that Zac Efron's singing on the golf course?
Oh,
That's
God.
my favorite
Oh,
one.
yes. I can't think of it right now, but yes, that's iconic. That's
It
like
is. I can hear that song, but I can't think of bet on it, bet
yes,
on it.
yes. Bet on it.
Oh, that is amazing.
And he's like so passionate too.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
He's like doing like the fist thing. Like
yeah.
yes. My God.
Oh,
yeah.
that's
Like
awesome.
just and that can be a different discussion, but like Disney Channel and Nickelodeon, like
Ah.
during like the like 90s and early
Yes.
2000s, like kids these days, like I have a mission for my kids when they get older, like they're gonna watch all that stuff too, like
Oh, totally.
yeah, like this like SpongeBob and all of those like classic
Oh,
like
it's the best.
cartoons.
Yes.
They're just like so. That's like what we grew up with, and like
Yes.
this. I know he's gonna like get into stuff that is new, and I'm gonna have to be okay with it. And like I'm trying really hard not to like play all of those episodes that are like the newer ones. I'll
Yeah.
put on like old episodes from like SpongeBob and stuff.
Still, yeah.
Hopefully he will like catch on to that, but man, they're just classics. They're
Oh, it's
so
the greatest.
good.
Do y'all remember Rocket Power?
Oh my God.
Prepare to something rocket power. Wiggity wiggity.
Oh my God. Yes, y'all know exactly what's up. That is so underrated. Every time I bring that up, people have no idea what that is. It's like you had to be there, dude, from that 1999 to 2005 or so.
Yep.
And if you weren't, you don't even hear about it.
Yep.
That is one of the greatest shows I ever saw. I miss it. CatDog.
CatDog.
Goodness. Hey Arnold.
Alone in a world with a little cat dog. Cat dog.
God no.
Cat dog. Alone in a world with a little cat dog. When you say cat dog, I can't not do the theme song
Dude,
without getting it all out.
Impossible. I'm sitting here trying to think of the rocket power. All I can think is the music.
We are riders
On a mission. Action, kids in play position. Rocket power. Then she messes with the camera.
Yeah. Reggie.
Yeah, Reggie Rocket.
Holy shit. And her fucking
Otto was freaking
Otto-
Twister was my favorite.
Otto, Twister, the squid, and their fucking stoner ass dad, and Tito.
Yeah, Tito. What was the dad's name? Omando?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, some Hawaiian horse shit that he quickly adopted after he smoked weed for the first time and moved to Hawaii.
Dude, exactly.
Yes.
Oh, that's so good. Rugrats, that was early as fuck on for me as a child, but it's still good.
Like, so when Rugrats came out, like the movie,
Yes.
you know, like
the
the
Paris
orange
one?
VHS,
Yeah.
Yes.
they came out with, well, I think it was like the second movie. It was like the Wild Thornberries. Like,
Fuck.
The crossover, yeah.
they,
Oh, that's so good.
one of the movies that came out, it came with a sheet that you can sniff and smell. Like,
Yes.
the stickers.
You
Oh,
could go to
that's
Burger
good.
King and get them.
Yes, like in Burger King.
That's
Yes,
great.
it was so great.
Dude, I still have one of my freaking rocket powered toys from Burger King from like '02.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Which one is
Those are
it?
great. It's freaking Squid.
The squid.
Yeah, what was his real name, dude?
Doug?
No.
No. Sammy.
Sammy. Yes, that's it.
Sammy the
Yeah, dude,
squid.
I'm missing the board he's on, but he's just standing there already in his little helmet that's like a shark. That's fucking awesome. Is there anything to end that on, or should we keep on just keep it on?
I think we're going to end this one, and I'm going to end y'all with my musical choice, and that is You Can Call Me Al by Paul Simon. You know,
Beautiful.
Why don't you go back a little bit in time, and, you know, you can call me Al, you can call me Shroom. I don't give a fuck.
That's awesome. And let us know what you think about it.
And if you have any questions, and if you have any fucking stories to tell, we would love some of y'all's stories to tell. We don't just want your dick and clit pic.
Yeah.
You know, email us at areyouDust@gmail.com.
And we might could even get you on the line. Like, we'll just let you tell it.
We had our first guest caller this episode. You
Fuck
could be next.
yes.
You could be 20th. I don't fucking know. I'm not a fucking scientist. But, you know, I would like to give a big thank you to Remmi for a guest appearing on this episode. Your stories were kindergarten level at best.
Thank you.
Your energy was like a solar panel, very slow, but you do the trick and power in the house.
Appreciate it.
And I love you. I can't wait to sleep beside you tonight.
Aw.
If you will.
That was awesome.
And everybody, this is Are You Dust?
Ooh, yeah.
Dust.